Hello. Welcome to my stream. It's part number 112 of late night talks with Hermetic Developer. So, welcome once again. I forgot to check the stream on my phone, which I'll do right now, just to don't have any unpleasant surprises. I have a lot of the surprises during my previous number of streams. So okay, it shows it's live, but I don't see it. Okay, let's try once again. Okay, so I could hear myself. It's fine. I see that I don't have a lot of lost frames. Okay, 1 second. Okay, I told my wife to, yeah, they communicate pretty loud, so, and I have troubles hearing myself. I couldn't normally talk when I couldn't hear immediate feedback. I don't know what about you, but especially it's interesting on some meetings. You know, sometimes you go on meetings and some person unmute, some person over the sound miles from you, and you start to hear some feedback, but it's not immediate, but it's like with some delay, maybe 3-4 seconds, and you say hi, and after some time it says hi. You say, what about how do you do, gentlemen? And it's like, how do you do, gentlemen? And it's so distracting. I yeah, I try to silence my hearing and try to speak, but it's awful. I still not used to that. So hopefully now it's a very not very often situation, because software becomes better, microphone becomes better, computers all becomes more and more better, intelligent, and so on, more and more use more resources, more power, and we live in more and more energy consuming world, but probably with much more possibilities than before. And yeah, no, we're not always using those possibilities to make everyone's life happy. Yeah, so normally we start a stream with some my reflections through the day or your questions, and I'm just checking about if I do see any questions from you, and I don't see any questions except several thank you from my usual listener who knows me even from Ukraine. He probably don't know English pretty well, but he maybe use translations um, to his language. So, and yeah, also he is psychologist. I don't think he understand my developer language and those part of stream where we are trying to do something in developer world, but surely probably he enjoys listening to my reflections part. And for today's reflection part, it was a situation very recently. I returned from a shop, a store basically, where I bought several products for some event in our family, occasion event in our family tomorrow, and I forgot. Yeah, it was a situation when I need to sit in my car for some time to finish something, and I just switched off lights because yeah, my lights were directed to some other people who could be distracted, so I decided to switch off lights. And then when I returned from the store and sit in my car and drive, sorry, my English is not so good. I noticed, yeah, it was a lot of street lighting, and I haven't noticed that my own light is not on, and I start driving on some road. It wasn't very, yeah, very light, shiny light road. So there wasn't a lot street lights on that road, on that region where I drove, and I even changed the lines unintentionally, and even then I said, "Oh, looks like I'm driving not my line." I mean, I drive line where normally machines go to my side. I changed it back, and then some cars coming to me from different direction, and they start blinking the lights, showing me that I should switch on my lights. And I didn't understand that initially. And maybe I need maybe about 30 seconds, maybe 20 seconds, when the second car start blinking like on my side to me. I think, okay, maybe something on the road. I need to switch on some high beam, to see better. I tried and see and notice, okay, I don't have lights at all. I switch on lights and I understand why they blinking on me. But it's led me to thought that, yeah, if we lost or if we go in dark or we lost our light, sometimes it took a while to understand that we are in darkness and we could do a lot of things and a lot of things which we wouldn't do if we were in light. And it led me to other thoughts that if there is someone in your life which is light for you, maybe go and thank him and think if you how that person shines your road and shines your way, and how many undesired turns you could do without that light. Yeah, maybe not very clean, very clear. I'm pretty tired today. It was a long day, and yeah. Sometimes I'm thinking maybe I should stop streaming. I know that not everyone like say, okay, I'm do very useful work or job or something, but actually it's more like exercise with myself. When you could overcome something, even overcoming your laziness and not desire to do something, and some procrastination and other things which not support you to do the things, but you overcome and doing something for pretty long time, like those streams, they would be at least 152 days or more. Yes. And I think, okay, it's worth a lot when you believe and understand that you could do something every day, something despite all the things, like not desired, tired, you are tired, you have no mood, and so on and so on, or situation is not right, or internet issues, and so on and so on. But anyway, you do something every day for multiple days, you just grow belief in yourself that you could do the same other things. So even if my streams are not so useful for others, it's very useful for me. And yeah, I'm sharing my story at least with myself, and it's, yeah, interesting and good story. Of course it would be a nightmare to rewatch all of those, but hopefully we could finish some of the projects we are working on, which at the end, not at the end, but as one of the next steps, could not only transcribe streams, not only create and store those transcriptions and create beautiful summaries, description, video chapters, and so on, but probably we could also put that transcription into some index like Azure Search. And then when we want to, and the same, not only to Azure Search just raw transcript, but also some summarization. And then we could ask some chat models, hey, what are the good milestones of the stream? What was the beautiful about them? What are, so create as video sections, but not for the one stream, but for the stream series. And then with some timestamps and everything, and then it probably will allow us to go back in time and see and watch how I've changed on different topics. So hopefully we can do that, because it's create a lot of potential, not only for my streams, but for processing and analyzing other streamers' work. So yeah, and as part of it, let's try and see if we could continue the work we started yesterday, and it was set up in PyTorch locally to be able to execute Whisper locally. So let's see. I clone PyTorch, and it's, oh, it's not completed. Come on. Yeah, looks like we are not ready. Interesting. Interesting, because I haven't switched off my computer for a while, and I haven't switched it off, not at all, but it was disconnected for some reason. But now it's done much faster. You remember yesterday it was like receiving 1, 2, and that's it. Now it's already interesting. Yeah, not super high speed, of course, and we receiving 11 per person, but then it's okay. It's stuck. Okay. Okay, let's see. Maybe we could execute Whisper on Whisper something very short and see if it's allow us to pass all the parameters in. If we will execute it through API, for example, through OpenAI platform API. Okay, let's try and look speech to text. We have transcription endpoint, Whisper model. They can be used to transcribe, translate, limited 25 megabytes. Oh, we use that a lot, and it's Supported types are those, and actually OGG as well. Transcriptions, model file, additional options, model file response format, and let's look at API reference. Supported languages, 98 languages, and I could say that Russian, Ukrainian, doing pretty cool. I couldn't say about Urdu or Tagalog or Tamil, but Russian and Ukrainian, which part of Slovak languages are pretty cool. Timestamps, verbose JSON, timestamp granularities, enable some more structured and timestamp JSON output format, which with timestamp at the segment, word level, or both. This enables word level precision for transcription and video edits, which allows the removal of specific frames tied to individual words. Okay, so even that thing, timestamp granularities, looks interesting. So let's see audio. It's create speech, we create transcription. Okay, body. It's 38%. Okay, language prompt, response format, verbose JSON or SRT, temperature. Okay, timestamp granularities, optional. The timestamp granularities, I'm sorry, to populate for these transcriptions must be set verbose JSON to use. Either both of those options are supported, word or segment. Note: this is no additional latency for segment timestamp, but generating word timestamp incurs additional latency. And that return verbose transcript is an object. Let's see how it will describe it. It will use segments, and it will have text, words array, extracted word and their corresponding timestamp, word start and segments. It doesn't show word example, correct? Okay, you know what? Let's try to use it. Maybe we don't need to provide any special options. It still would be nice to execute Whisper locally and with bigger speed, but let's try, yeah, for our particular task, create some interesting shorts from our audio, from our streams, our video, different videos, and have transcribed them perfectly so we could use them. So for example, Adobe Premiere Pro, it's a nice product, but it supports transcribing audios, but it supports, for example, only some set of languages. It supports like 10, 15 languages, not 98 like Whisper. And it doesn't it supports Russian, but it doesn't support Ukrainian, for example. And in Russian, it's still very hard to create such, caption style of captions. I mean, dynamic caption style. You should do it manually or use some plugins. And what we want to do with that, we could write some mostly free plugin for Premiere Pro. It would be interesting task as well. just to build all the tools we need for be a successful streamer. Okay, so let's go here, maybe here, and say so. Let's say hi. I want to test OpenAI Whisper execution with parameter set to both words and segment. Can you please help me write a simple program to analyze, to preserve JSON output and analyze it? Okay, we enable that search option, so it will check internet. Okay, and we say transcribe audio, save JSON, analyze transcript. So initially it's using that path. It would be output JSON path, and we say transcribe audio to get transcription. And if we receive any transcription, we will save it and analyze. Okay, transcribe audio, we just get that file, audio file, we create OpenAI audio transcribe. It's actually not the latest one. It's not the latest thing. Return transcript. Okay, save JSON. Okay, it's very easy. Just preserve JSON as is. And for analyze, we just look in segments and just print start end text. And word level timestamps, we for each segments we look for each word and we show the word and start end. Looks good, looks good. So let's copy the code. We need to change that thing, OpenAI audio transcribe, because right now do we have something like Python SDK? Whoa. SDK, Python library. Let's look Python libraries, Python library we provide. Okay. And in that library, if we want to execute something like not vision, not stream, async usage, okay, streaming response, model level client using types, pagination, nested params, file uploads. Oh, come on. Do it has any examples of audio? Let's see once again examples. And in examples, we have audio Python, and in audio we have transcriptions OpenAI. New OpenAI main stream to speakers. Okay, text to speech audio file. Text to speech. Create transcription from audio file. Create whisper speech file pass. Exist. So you see OpenAI audio transcription create. So looks cool, but recent version of Python library requires new syntax, like let's ask it to create something better. What it said? No. Okay, it's did something like it's okay. It was like, okay, OpenAI, but OpenAI should be created. Shouldn't be OpenAI object which we need to create. Let's just ask. Okay. Client. Okay, that looks better. And that looks better. I prefer this response and copy code. Okay. Let's go here. And let's say it's language Python. So we could see it. Your API key. Romantic developer. YouTube AI helper. No, we haven't changed that configuration yet. Okay, I'm not sure about this key. Let's try to use it. If not, we need go and copy proper key. Yes, if we will save it, we need save in romantic developer and test whisper word level. Other thing we need to provide that path to MP3 file. Let's look in our projects, in our videos. We have a 1 minute story and we have MP3. Let's copy as path, go here and insert it. Oh, it's pretty long. Okay. Anyway, fail it to clone third party. What is that? Okay, we're trying to install some third-party things. So romantic developer. Let's try to execute not CUDA, but we have that test whisper word level PI. No model named OpenAI. Let's install pip. Let's install it here because it's new my-env. It's actually installed on global level. Why we couldn't use it in that virtual environment, I'm not sure, but let's install it. Just, yeah, we created some my-env environment before, and now we use that invalid argument. So let's try to put everything in. With better time stamp granularity. Interesting. Let's review once again. Timestamp granularities. And what we have, timestamp granularities. Granularities, I'm sorry. And now you saw it. ChatGPT incorrect API key provided. Okay. Libraries, speech to text. Let's log in. I log in on different screen. And just in case it shows some accounts belonging to me and not only to me. Because I will log in with Google, and Google normally, you know, trying to show everything I had on my computer. So, and we have dashboard, and it would be API keys. I don't have that key on that computer. Let's create test2 just for some time, and let's replace it with our new key. Okay, and let's execute it once again. So do you remember that was the short story? It was about 1 minute or 1 minute and 30 seconds. Oh, come on. So transcript. Let's see examples once again. Maybe in Python library, transcription. Create transcription text. Oh, it doesn't allow us to. Okay, transcription, create transcription, and it has text. Do we have some generated from OpenAI specification? Usage. Full API of library could be found. Let's go to full API. And we have chat, we have embeddings, image, audio, and we have transcriptions, import transcriptions, method, client audio transcription, create response. Oh. Many multiple not needed case. So transcription, create params. Models, fine tuning, beta, threads run. It's not so helpful. Well, you can use keyword Vikram Python.NET and to add OK, vision, completion, create text, usage, chat completion. Do we have any examples? Completion, choices, message, content. It's good for, you know what? We could use our code, correct? If we go open and look for YouTube AI helper, Python, and look for AI helper here, we have not only download but transcribe audio files, whisper, OpenAI, transcript. Really? I don't think it's the latest one. Let's go. Let's see once again. CD YouTube AI helper dir cd local Python git pull merge. I remember that right you looks like we changed that a lot, so let's look what we have now. Transcribe audio files, and now we have transcribe chunk, transcribe with whisper API, temperature params. Okay, transcription, create response format SRT params. Response, we just say response. And what's wrong with our test? response format, verbose, JSON. Python library, verbose, JSON, transcript, words. Everything is good. Segment word, transcript. And when we try to write transcript, data, dump data, get segments. So, and what actual error do we have? Let's see. We still receiving objects, but nice thing that we looks like we already resolve multiple things, and we resolving some remotes like Open Telemetry CPP, third party, but it's a long time. So it says that it doesn't have get. So let's ask ChatGPT to help. Yeah, it says that it's not actually JSON, it's some object which you couldn't save as JSON. It's now pretty understandable. Okay, I got the error with the latest code. So we don't need to change transcribe. We probably need to save JSON and analyze transcription. Correct? Let's change those words. Save JSON. Analyze transcriptions. Let's see if it will solve the issues. So we received segment level transcription. Once upon a time, the lived a strong elephant in the forest. Looks good. And the subscription saved to transcription output JSON. Okay. They said that some value is not as very good. We expected string but got float. But then in segment words, we got some issues. If it's saved in romantic developer folder, yeah, it's saved. Let's see actual format. So it's all the text. And then we start with segments. And then we start with words. And in segments, we don't have words. We just have segments. And with words, once upon a time there lived a strong elephant in the cool. So we basically don't need. So what we can do, we can update our So interesting that it even has the big words like the when the sentence starts, or like one day when, but it doesn't have any punctuation. And if you look here, we have that punctuation, but it's part of segments. Once upon a time. Yeah, so we have both things returned, and it's really, really cool. And we have word level stamps. It's also cool. It's also cool. So with that, first of all, we could save all of those separately. We could update what scripts we already had to just preserve it, all these informations. But here we say not in transcript, but in transcript words. And we just remove those and maybe say this word info. So it should do the trick, correct? At least that. Let's try to do that. We should receive some warning about word info is not defined. Come on. Oh, yeah. Too fast, too fast. So looks like even right now, out of box, we have segment level, which is good for punctuation, yeah. And we have word level, which are beautiful for creating those catchy dynamic captions when each word like blinking or something. Once we define what would we create as shorts from our video. And we could end up with making it plugin for Adobe Premiere Pro or Adobe Express. We could look into what's current level of support for those plugins. In Adobe Premiere Pro, I believe it's possible they have some script language. That script language probably could read our format, which we will provide, and it could transform it into in project into some elements like their graphics for words, etc. So it would be possible, pretty cool out of box, and we could make it free. The only thing that the person, to make it completely free, the person need to run it locally, which require Whisper. And what we are doing right now, we basically try to install Whisper locally. Whisper locally works without any problems. It's very easy to install. The thing is that it's not run fast enough because it couldn't use CPU without installing all the things like CUDA, enable it and everything. And we trying just to enable CUDA on my machine, and it's become very challenging for the person who never did it before. So let's return to the instructions. Instructions are for how to build PyTorch with on Windows machine to support CUDA 12.6. It's basically what I download from CUDA website. I come here and it says, okay, download CUDA 12.6. It's 3 gigabytes. I don't want to download anything else now. But Python Torch doesn't have version specifically for the 12.6. And they said, okay, probably need to rebuild it. So looks like I need to rebuild it. And I just try to follow the instructions, but okay. cd PyTorch. Yes. So we are in PyTorch folder, and it's pretty big. Git checkout 2.4.0. Let's go to PyTorch. Maybe we could go here. It's pretty big project. 6,300 branches. And how they call it? Version 2. Version 2 4. Okay. Maybe tags. Version. Okay, it's not branch, it's tag 2.6. Version. What is the most recent version? Basically, I really want to read more and learn about the PyTorch, because I did something in era when PyTorch didn't exist, or exist in very early stage of development. So release and contribution, fill in an issue, release page. Let's see what is the releases. Making release company PyTorch. PyTorch version CUDA 2.1, 2.4. Experimental CUDA none. What if I'll look for issues and say I had 2.6? I could even remove is open. PyTorch doesn't work on CUDA 12.6, closed 3 days ago. Let's see. There is no CUDA version of PyTorch. That means PyTorch cannot run on NVIDIA. Okay, attempting to version. Never mind, it could be downloaded from Torch. Maybe we just could install this Torch. Seven hundred 770 megabytes. Oh, it's a huge. Enable CUDA. Let's see. So looks like I downloaded CUDA, which is not yet open. Merge closed at Magma build for CUDA. Oh, that is pull request. And they from PyTorch bot. Okay. Something communications. And add CUDA 22222. Commits, checks, file changed. So its pull request is still open. It means that in main most probably we don't have 1.2.6, but from other side it's lead us to things how we would probably find 1 to 6, and we have a lot of 1 to 6 branches. And that is the branch last year. Commit. Branches text. Oh, what else we have with 1 to 6? So many branches. This branch is 14 commits ahead of main and 575 behind. Updated 2 weeks ago. So, and in that branch, it started some time ago for what? Did he update any readme? No. So most probably the proper way would be like we did here, to download that will file to 2.4.0. Something. Hey, looks like I have found a file at which is do you know if I can use it in my Windows environment to run with CUDA 12.6? Will specifically designed for Linux. Okay, yeah, looks like it's for Linux Arc. Commonly used in video GSOC platforms. This will is not compatible. Okay, compatibility details. For Windows with CUDA as of November, official PyTorch binary supporting may not already available to utilize on Windows machine. Consider the following approach. Use the nightly build. CUDA. We don't have that sync. Nightly 146. Yes. If we had, we probably will do that. Access denied. Build PyTorch from the source involves recommendations. To which build I should switch to enable CUDA 6 or main branch should be fine. You have two primary install the latest nightly build. Okay, build PyTorch from the source. Check out main. Git submodel sync to use main. So initially they told me that please use some different branch, which some tag, but now they said, okay, maybe main would work. So we already on main. It says that we need to update some models. Probably we already did it before. Non-zero number of processes. Really? Git sub model update. Jobs 0. Okay, let's think that it's okay. So use CUDA 1. Use something 1. CUD home. Let's see if it's my pass. Let's use new and let's go. Yeah, it's my pass. But we need to go here and say CUDA home. Install dependencies Python. Probably it's already installed. Oh, maybe not. We never executed that. Okay, it's also will take some time. Install additional tools and then build. And then we just could execute it once again to verify that everything is working fine. So that would be a building process. Oh, really? It's so fast? It's already satisfied. And it says that create build env overlay windows vs car. These details file setup. Oh, come on, Visual Studio is greater or greater is required. I should be installed Visual Studio actually. Continue. Downloading, installed. It's a very fast tool, probably just install Visual Studio installer, not actual tools. Oh, and I see Visual Studio installer here. Interesting, why it's not none is installed. Visual Studio build tools. It's build tools. Okay, let's see once again what is actually required to do. It says Microsoft Visual C++. Microsoft C++ build tools. Windows application. Node.js Visual Studio extension developments. Installation details provide the tools required to build a MSB-based application. Locations, build tools. And it says it's need at least 14 or greater. Maybe that. Oh, we have 1, 4, 3. Okay. Total space. Oh, it's much. It's a big. I have Visual Studio Professional, but looks like I haven't installed build tools. Okay, looks like I couldn't build locally PyTorch today yet. But what we could do, we could work. So it's two different passes. So, and I really excited that it supports word granularity on word level. It means that we could say once it started on 9 second, 10 millisecond, and ended on 10 second, 6 millisecond. It was really cool. It's really cool to just properly identify where is located what, just to beautifully create transcriptions, translations, and so on. Even some type of dynamic captions already possible with this. With just one board, and maybe some logic required to build that. Yeah. Okay, let it leave to install all the build tools it's required, and then we'll continue to trying to install and build PyTorch locally here. So let's do that. And but what is more important, we wouldn't be blocked by executing just local whisper. I thought, okay, if we execute not local whisper, you remember we tried to execute it for multiple hours videos of streams, and it's take a long time to execute it and return results, and results not always beautiful. So we thought maybe we could still use those results just to try to identify some shorts ideas, and asking ChatGPT to provide us some of the places where we could take that raw audio to build our short, and then just cut those videos and then cut audio from it, and use local whisper just to use that granular transcription, creating granular transcript. But looks like whisper even through API now supports it, and it's really cool. So we could do that with OpenAI API, and it would be the same with Azure API, I believe. So really cool. Probably we'll work sometime on that latest program just to preserve that information. So not only preserve SRT, not preserve only LLM SRT, but also that word level in SRT format probably. So even if we just import it into even, I don't know, even into Premiere, we could much more easily create some captions. Yeah. Okay, so it would be our plan for the next week. It's interesting, but I need to think slightly about it. Yeah, as usual, I wish you a good time of the day. I wish you to be happy, to be cozy, to build coziness around you and protect it, and protect with kindness, of course, and give your good energy, warm energy, acceptance, love to your loved ones, because it's the most important thing in the world. If you have your loved ones, you care about them, you spend time with them, and it's the most precious thing in the world. And of course, if there are persons or person who bring light in your life, please be grateful for that and try not to lose this person, because without light, it's so easy to turn not in on proper corner, like I did during my road trip today. I just forgot to switch on lights on my car, and yeah, driving on not proper line. It 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 was only for a few minutes, maybe a few seconds even, but yeah, I got the very direct and very specific inspirations that it's how a person could do when he lose his light in his life. Okay, I will be here for another at least 40 days, if not more. Please